What's going on, beautiful people? Welcome to another episode of A Narcissist Explains. I am self-aware narcissist Lee Hammock. In this series, I use my TikToks and YouTube shorts, and I go into greater detail. I make them longer, y'all. Today's episode is going to be about why do people keep going back to narcissists? Why do people keep going back to toxic relationships? Stay tuned, like and subscribe. Thank you.
She's the problem. Then why do all her exes always try to come back?
If he's the problem, why does she keep going back to him? Because a lot of people don't realize that the trauma bond exists. And if you're new here, I'm a narcissist. I have narcissistic personality disorder. It is actually a fact that you can become addicted to somebody through trauma. The trauma that they put you through, the trauma that y'all go through together. And although you might not love this person anymore, it actually causes you physical, emotional, and mental pain to leave this person. So you keep going back to a toxic situation that you know you shouldn't be in. A lot of narcissistic people treat people so good at first and then start treating them terribly later on that the person holds on and keeps going back, hoping to get back that original person, hoping to get back that love they felt in the beginning of the relationship. So just because somebody keeps going back to a relationship does not mean that person isn't toxic or isn't the problem. This isn't an attack on that man. He posts some good stuff. Okay, now, hope y'all enjoyed that video, but like I said, if Lee's the problem, why don't people keep going back to his page? But if you don't know, that first guy, his name is Chris Perry. He's got a YouTube page, TikTok page. The literal name of his channel is like Chris Perry. He does, he does a lot of motivational things like that. He's an author and things like that. I just added onto his video because a lot of times people, I'm not arguing his point, y'all. I'm just saying that a lot of times people will ask that question about men too. There's like, well, if that man is the problem, why does that woman keep going back? If that woman is the problem, why does that man keep going back? It's just like when people think in the simplest of terms like that, it makes it kind of perpetuates the cycle of abuse sometimes. People don't believe you because your friends, you keep telling your friends all this bad stuff about your current or ex-partner. You keep telling them like, oh my God, they cheated on me. They did this to me. They did that to me. It was the worst relationship of my life. Oh my God. But then you go back. After you divulge this information to your friends, you keep going back. So people start to think you lying. Nobody believes you. Why would they believe you if you keep going back? Because so many people, if you don't understand narcissistic abuse, if you haven't dealt with the trauma bond or a situation like that, you don't understand it. So why would they believe you? You keep complaining about this person, but you keep going back. So that's how you lose a lot of friends, and that's how the cycle of abuse goes forward. That's why people don't want to talk to you anymore about it. The situation that happens in a lot of neighborhoods. This situation happened a lot when I was growing up in the neighborhoods and stuff like this. Like where an abusive man, would beat up a woman, right? The woman, they don't call the police. Instead of calling the police, she would call her brothers or her family or her daddy or uncles or somebody. They would go over there, beat the dude up. The dude would call the police, get the brother, uncle, whoever locked up. You know what I mean? And then the woman would go back to the dude. We'd go back to him. And so the family would have to cut her off. They would happen so much back in the day that people wouldn't talk to her more. And then she would be begging for help, people to help her and stuff like that. And nobody would help her because nobody understood the trauma bond. They're like, oh, we ain't going back over there. Unless somebody get killed over there, we ain't going back over there. That's how you lose your family and stuff like that. Because he's such a problem. She's so angry with getting beat up. Why she let us get locked up? We got locked up, and she didn't press charges against him, but he damn sure pressed charges against us. Didn't show no mercy either. Go over there, beat the dude up. She taken back, and then he still pressed charges against her family. It was just like, if he's the problem, why did she keep going back? Did she really get beat up? Or was she lying because she got angry? You know what I mean? So a lot of times you got to ask yourself that question right there. A lot of people don't know what's going on. A lot of people, they can only see what you allow them to see. They can only believe what you tell them. And a lot of people, they will question you. A lot of people will question victims because victims keep going back. Because a lot of people don't understand the trauma bond and the cycle of addiction and the cycle of abuse. Why people keep going back into abusive relationships. Because I will admit, when I first got started doing this stuff, when I first got started on my TikTok page, almost 2 years ago, it's been almost 2 years. when I first got started doing TikTok and things like that, talking about narcissism from my perspective, I used to ask myself the same question. I'm like, if these narcissistic people are so bad, why the hell y'all keep going back to these relationships? Like y'all, like why? But then Tina Swinton over that One Mom's Battle, who's one of my favorite pages ever. One Mom's Battle. Great divorce coach. Great, just shout out Tina Swinton. I shout Tina from the roof all the time. Tina, if you listen to this, thank you. Because she helped me get here too. Because she explained that to me. She's like, look, this is what's going on. This is why people are angry. These are people you don't understand the trauma. I'm like, oh, damn. Tina Swinton helped me out. But that's how it goes right there, y'all. You see the cycle of abuse, and a lot of people don't understand it. A lot of judges don't understand it. A lot of lawyers don't understand it. A lot of police don't understand it. A lot of people in the family court system don't understand it. Because you'll say you're in an abusive relationship, but you have 4 kids together. Like, so this is how the judge will look at you. Like, so after which kid did the abuse start? Or was it abusive the whole time? Your Honor, it's been abuse since day one, like mental, verbal abuse. And you still had kids by him? Yes, 4. Yeah. You're gonna need more than that. Why do you keep, if you're so abusive, how many times have you left? 7? Why do you keep going back if it's so abusive? They don't understand it, y'all. They don't understand it. They refuse to understand it. You can go up there and tell them, hey, this is narcissism, I'm trauma bonded. You can say that all you want to. They ain't gonna listen to not one piece of that. There no judges do not care about the trauma bond unless they've been through it. You see, unless it's been out there in the open. You see, people don't. A lot of people don't know about the trauma bond. They don't know it exists, and they don't know why people keep going back. Your attorney will say this. Your attorney might think the same thing. The person you're going against in court, their attorney might try to bring that out and just say, hey, look, this is what's going on right here. This is what's happening right here. Like, this person right here is trauma bonded. Or if the other attorney in court was just like, look, Your Honor, if this person is so abusive, if my client is this abusive monster that the defendant is trying to prove, like she's trying to paint him as, why does she have 4 kids by him? Why did, after the abuse started, she wouldn't bought a house with him? Why does she keep going back and buy a car with him? Why were they just a couple of weeks ago planning on baby number 5, but now he's abusive? Your Honor, make that make sense, Your Honor, for lack of a better word. They'll say that type of stuff in court. You posting happy stuff online, you seem like you're happy online, right? You seem like you're happy online 2 weeks ago, but now you're in an abusive relationship. They don't believe you. Again, that's why that's why narcissism is like the covert monster in the world. It's a hidden monster. It's like it's a hidden thing. It goes undetected in society. But not anymore. It's waking up. People are waking up to it, aren't they? But again, document stuff. Document things like that. Document what's going on. And if you're a woman and you get your family involved and you let your family get locked up over this person, you go back. Or man, same situation. We had men do the same type of stuff. Hey man, my baby mama to beat me up. Come, hey look, hey sister, hey cousin, come get her. Beat her up. They go to jail. Press charges. You go back. Same thing. I've seen that happen to like the man in jail because it be blowing my mind. It be blowing my mind. This is how you grow up in this good old Reidsville, North Carolina for you right there. Eden, North Carolina, that area over there, you know what I mean? That's the North Carolina blood for you right there, coursing through my veins. That's where my southern drawl comes from. Y'all like, where you from, Lee? I'm from Reidsville, I'm from good old Reidsville, North Carolina, folks. But yeah, you are in power, y'all. You are. That's why you have to document everything. That's why you have to because other people don't understand the trauma bond. I know a lot of people can get embarrassed to talk about what's going on in their relationship. You just can't. Sometimes it can get to the point where it's embarrassing to talk about it. It 100% can. That's why you have to get online and find support groups or talk to people that have been through similar experiences as you. They might be in the same area. You holding it in. The longer you hold it in, the more toxic it becomes. You have to cut that cancerous cell out, or it'll just keep growing and you'll get sick. It becomes toxic. It starts to poison you. Like, if you don't let that stuff out, it starts to poison you and kill you slowly. You want to die slowly from narcissistic abuse? That's a terrible ass death. And like I said, the more you go back, the worse it gets. You know what I mean? It's like, it's literally, the more you go back, the worse it gets. I promise you. That's why I say, where you are right now, in the position that you are right now, you are empowered to take a stand. You are empowered to make moves. You are empowered to be who you want to be and who you need to be. You are. You really are. So that question, when people ask, that's why you have. Sometimes you have to tell your story. I'm not telling you to go out here and blast your story to the world. But if you're comfortable telling your story, tell your story. Just don't mention names. You know. That way, when they say, if he's the problem, why does she keep going back? And you hear the video cuts, you see me. Like, what's going on, guys? I'm Lee Hammett. This is why. The trauma bond. If they're the problem, they go back because they're addicted to trauma. That person they're with has put them through traumatic experiences. Is this the reason behind it every situation? No, it's not going to be the reason every situation. Some people will go out there, and I know what Chris was saying. Chris was saying, at the beginning, he was saying, if you go out, like, when a man goes out and bashes a woman online repeatedly, talking shit about her for no reason, making it seem like she's the problem, but he keeps going back, or all her exes keep going back, then who's the real problem here? I know what he was saying. Because, so is it true all the time that people are trauma bonded? No, it's not true. Sometimes the aggressor is spreading rumors. I get what Chris is saying, but I'm just adding to it from a point of narcissistic perspective. So I'm just adding to it right there. You know what I mean? So if you, like I said, if you staying silent and keep poisoning, it become toxic. Anyways, y'all, thank y'all for tuning into another episode. Again, of course, I truly appreciate every single one of y'all. I'm super thankful for y'all. I know it's unbelievable the support I've received so far. Thankful beyond measure. Like and subscribe for more. Turn on those notifications if you haven't, so you don't miss an update, y'all. Turn them on. Turn them on! Like the Teddy Pendergrass. He said turn them off. I'm saying turn them on. Turn them on! He said turn them off. I'm saying turn them on. Turn them on. Turn on the notifications on. Thank y'all for tuning in. Mental Illness is out. Shout out Chris Perry.